of the National Football League.
Renamed in late 2020, there's a look at Lumen Field here in Seattle, Washington. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season, as it'll be the Arizona Cardinals taking on the Seattle Seahawks. On the visitor's sideline, Cardinals head coach Jonathan Gannon. His guys ready to get this one going. On the other side for the Seahawks, it's Mike McDonald. His guys ready to feed off the energy in this building as they try to win one in front of the home crowd. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And Charles, these early season in-division games are always interesting because you're still kind of figuring yourself out, but you want to know as much as you can about the opponent, especially when it's a division matchup. So I'm curious to see how the rest of this one plays out.
Yeah, that's a good point because they're still trying to work things out. They don't know everything about their own team, let alone trying to figure out their opponent. But you've got to do both on the fly, don't you? While the game's being played, figure it out both ways and try and find a way to win.
And he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it, and it's second down. From the 47 now, they work with a 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Hurt. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I will see more of them trying to get him the football out of the backfield. They love what he can do in open space, and they believe that he creates mismatches they can exploit.
Off the play fake. Hurt. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he is going to have a Seahawks first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Well, sometimes our pregame meetings do pay off, don't they? What did the guys in the locker room call him?
Well, they said it with a chuckle. They called him Old Reliable.
Yeah, that means he doesn't move quite as fast as he used to, but he still knows all the tricks, doesn't he? Even that little gentle push-off in order to get open, he finds a way to pick up a first down.
Going right back to Fant. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. That's good for a first down, his 2nd catch of the opening drive.
1st and 10 at the 18-yard line.
Back to throw again. Now he's going to step up and run. Smith and Jigba with the grab. And down inside the 10 here before he's out of bounds right around the 7. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
Here's Walker. Down at the 2. Broke through the first contact, but ultimately stopped short of the goal line. So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Walker once more. And he's not going too far. In fact, stopped dead in his tracks at the 3. Maybe the first big test of the season here on both sides. This is 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hurt. Will try to pick it up himself. And he's just going to throw this one out of bounds here. Nowhere to go with it. Incomplete. Now they're staring at a 4th down as Arizona's defense does its job. Seattle's offense coming back onto the field, ready for their 2nd drive. And they have to feel like they missed on an opportunity for points last time where they couldn't connect on that short field goal try.
And no doubt about it, because they were counting on those points. In today's NFL, let's face it, that's really a chip shot, right?
That's anything inside 40.
Yeah, they're counting on that going through the post. But we've seen it happen to teams before. Some of the best kickers in the world can miss kicks like that. Can they come back now and redeem themselves?
And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
1st and 10 at the
It's a game of matchups, and that's why you take your receivers and move them around a bunch, especially your best guys. And when they work out of the slot, you often hear the coaches talk about how great it is because it gives you a two-way go. You can break out or you can break in. That makes it hard to defend.
Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. So from the 17 now, here's a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
Straight ahead, Walker. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. Pretty effective run there, and now they can start to smell that end zone.
Pound the rock. Make sure you use your O-line to set the tone of dominance and physicality, and pound the rock.
And it's caught. Touchdown. Jackson Smith and Jigba from 10 yards out. And the Seahawks will claim the early lead as they're on the board first here tonight.
Partner, remember that old film of Peyton Manning going through the route tree with his great receivers in Indianapolis? I think we're seeing the results of the same type of work here today. These guys know each other so well, they don't even have to call the play. They can just look each other and know the route that's going to be run, and usually the connection is perfect.
Out is their quarterback with this offense to take over once more. He had the touchdown pass on their previous drive, and they'll search for another score as they begin here with a 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Hurt. Throw out wide to Walker. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Up the middle, here's Walker. Oh, a heck of a move.
Man.
And now off to the races, down the right side. And all the way in, touchdown Seattle. Ken Walker, 59 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. Seeing some pretty good offense here in this first quarter.
It's been a wild start to this quarter, as you noted. And now with that lead that we're seeing, can they retaliate? I get the sense this one's going to go back and forth all game long.
And that probably won't be the last long touchdown that we see in this one. Seattle now ready to march out of the field. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Call it a gain of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 31-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hurt. That is taken in by the tight end Fant. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 22 yards there, a 1st down.
And that was good protection there. No, that was great protection there because it allowed him to lock in on his receiver, although I think he was looking for his tight end on the corner route all the way. Nice connection there for a really nice gain.
Now on 1st down, he'll drop to throw it. Outright to Smith and Jigba. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They like going to him in the slot. He catches another one.
I think this comes under the heading of until they stop him, why not go back to it? He has something going really well. Great working relationship with the guy throwing the ball, and they keep making the connection.
Well, they run the option here on 1st and 10. And he's going to take this one down to the 25. Give him 10 yards on the keeper, and it'll lead to a second down.
Well, partner, for a few years there, we thought this read option play was going to take over the whole NFL. It seemed like everyone was using it, but it has been scaled back considerably in the last few seasons, mainly because people are worried about their quarterbacks getting hit. But when you call it at the right time and you use it properly, you see the type of gains you can get. A nice chunk of yardage there by the quarterback. We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on 2nd down and short. What I like to see.
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Caught in the end zone for the Seahawks touchdown. Torrey Horton, 28 yards. And the Seahawks have taken the lead. They went empty backfield, all their weapons out wide, so there really was no secret here to what they were going to do.
No secret, but they still had to execute it, and they still had to protect the guy throwing the ball, because oftentimes when you empty the backfield, people bring pressure at you. They managed to hold in there and successfully complete the touchdown pass.
Their quarterback leading this offense back out. He already with a couple of touchdown throws in this first half as his guys start 1st and 10. And they'll begin by running the option. And I think the ball's out. And the Cardinals have got it. Going the other way. And he was having success there holding on to it on the option, but ultimately problems downfield, and it results in a turnover.
Yeah, and this is a tough one because you know you'd prefer to have your quarterback either heading to the sidelines or getting down at the end of the play. But you've got an aggressive one. He's fighting for extra.
Come the Seahawks now set to take over on offense. Charles, you got to think the #1 goal here is ball security. Remember, last drive they coughed it up, then they allowed the touchdown, and now they're trailing on the scoreboard.
Boy, the way you described it makes me think that one actually hurt them 3 times. The fumble cost them potential points. Then they watched their opponent get a touchdown off of the fumble. And third, they lost it.
The ball comes out. And this will get out of bounds right at the line of scrimmage. So fortunately, they're able to hold on to the possession. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
He finds his man, complete. That's Horton. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. To throw now on 1st down. He finds Smith and Jigba. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Now a 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6 at the 49-yard line.
Operating from the gun. Hurt. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on 3rd down. So after the 2nd down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith-Njigba. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Seahawks are able to move back in front. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far. Fun to watch. Here comes the Seahawks offensive unit. They'll have it first to begin the third. And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in this second half?
Well, I liked what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see one or two guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take.
Rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Will Johnson. Last time out, of course, he threw the interception. Then they gave up the touchdown, surrendered the lead. So now working from behind here. 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. And complete to Smith-Njigba. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Walker now on 1st and 10. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there. 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Back to throw. Hurt. And he's got his man in stride. Complete. They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4.
Jackson Smith-Njigba. It's a gain of 6. Makes it 3rd and 4.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Rush coming, and he's taken down. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old-school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now, what you're looking for is can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive. So the completion gets him just a yard, and that'll make it 2nd down.
At the 30-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hurt. Now he's got a man. Downfield is Horton. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. The numbers throwing the ball have been great. He's up over 300 yards now for the game.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Back to throw. Hurt. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. They showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. Options galore here. 2nd and a few inches.
Smith-Njigba. 10 yards on the pickup.
Off the bootleg. Hurt. Completes it to Fant on the right side. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 17-yard line.
And the Seahawks, 1st down. 1st First and 10 at the 17-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Here's second and 10.
Incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Off play action. Hurt. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up third down.
Well, every point certainly counts at this stage of the game. But after driving so far, you absolutely know they want to finish it with 6 instead of 3.
This offense was on the move. Now 2 straight incompletions have them looking at third and 10. Again, he'll drop to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And probably the wise decision there. No one open. He just throws it away. And that keeps the field goal on the table as it's fourth down. The ball now going back over to the Seattle Seahawks offense. And after the field goal last time, let's see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, you've met fan bases that wanted that. They were happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
A 6-yard pickup brings up second and 4.
Second and 4. He finds his man complete. That's Grant. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
That's good.
Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
Off the bootleg. Hurt. There's a short one caught by Arroyo. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
That's another Seahawks first down.
Out of the gun, Walker with it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 4 on the first down play. Make it now 3 tackles for a loss in this game, 1 for each quarter.
And for a guy who played defense in college, I can just tell you that he's feeling very satisfied right now by what he's doing. But he's elated because he knows what he's doing is helping his team win the game right now.
And he is in for the Seattle touchdown. Noah Fant, 30 yards. And the Seahawks are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
And out now come the Seahawks. They now trail by 7 after that last touchdown here in the fourth quarter. What a big spot for this offense. See if they can cobble something together on this drive.
On the ready.
Throwing to start the drive. Hurt. He finds his man. Complete. That's Walker. The numbers there tell the story. That last completion going to move him up over 400 yards passing now for the game.
At the 37-yard line.
So from the 37, here's second down and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. This is Fant on the short completion. Look at the big man rumble. And finally taken down at the 15. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards.
Well, this game has certainly had no shortage of offense. Both teams have been revved up from the start. And here's yet another big play. Boy, both defenses have just got to be dragging out there because they've been run ragged throughout.
2 yards that time. A stark contrast from the big chunk on the previous play. Second down and 8. Looking to throw. Hurt. This will be caught. just inside the 10. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And now it's 3rd and 3. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. He's got his target. That's complete. And he will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Jackson Smith and Jigba with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from tying this game here on the 4th. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And now, after the touchdown a moment ago, they work from behind in a 7-point game in this 4th quarter. Plenty of time on the clock. They'll start by running the option to the right. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Back to throw. Hurt. He's got his big tight end, Fant. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. The drive continues as they search for a tying touchdown. Here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake. Hurt. Now a run here off the RPO. He'll keep it. And he gets it down a yard or 2 shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what I like about that play? He didn't try to do too much on 1st down. He took what the defense gave him, put together a solid gain to bring up 2nd and manageable. Now they have a couple of plays to pick up just a few yards and a new set of downs.
And Walker has it. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. A looming decision to make on the conversion, down 7. But first things first, they need to score as they come up on 1st and goal.
At the 7-yard line.
Full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 10-yard line.
Looking to throw. Hurt. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
But based on the play we just saw there, he might not be the guy you want to challenge in coverage on these all-important snaps. He certainly looks dialed in right now.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener. It's 3rd and goal. Back to throw. Hurt. This is caught. And he is in for a Seattle touchdown. From 10 yards out. And the Seahawks are an extra point away from drawing level. Seahawks take back over. Excellent job by their defense to force the punt and provide them with this opportunity, all tied in the 4th quarter. Throwing to start the drive. Hurt. Over the middle, finding Smith and Jigba. And he stopped right at the 25 after a gain of 5. Here's a 2nd and 5 now from the 25. Operating from the gun. Hurt. This is Fant on the short completion. And up to the 35 before they're able to knock him down. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Out of the gun. They'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Walker. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 19 yards there on the catch and run. And that's going to do it. With that last throw, he surpasses Norm Van Brocklin's mark of 554 passing yards in one game, set more than 70 years ago, way back in 1951. He's had help from his offensive line and his receivers, but this has been an incredible individual performance.
And not a common sight, at least on this drive. A momentary setback, though, for this passing game that has been moving well this series. Good thing for them, though. Still 2 more downs to connect and try and pick up another 1st down.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. He finds his man complete. That's Horton. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. All tied up, less than 2 minutes to go. Plenty of time. All 3 timeouts still remain. Here's 1st and 10 now. Up the middle they run. It's Walker.
And they picked up a little bit of yardage there. And now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
They'll come up now. 2nd and 9. Looking to throw. Hurt. He finds his man complete. It's Walker. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped it to 1. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's 1st and goal.
Let's go now.
Walker will score. Touchdown, Seattle. Seahawks again now ready to take over on offense. And this one all over but the shouting, you might say. Now, there's 1 timeout remaining defensively, but probably no real need to use it here.
Yeah, the only time they would use it, strictly for pride.
The Seahawks in victory formation as they go ahead and take the knee. Now, this was not just the opener of a brand new season, but this was a division game here in week 1. And to come through with a 1-0 start against a division opponent gives you a little something extra heading forward for the rest of the season.
Yeah, let's pile it all into one game, right? Opening the season, and you open within the division. You knew the motivation was going to be there on both sidelines. One just executed better and earned the win.
So for the Seahawks, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And now they'll have a few extra days before they face the Rams next week. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they obviously fall to 0-1 with the defeat. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.
The Seahawks game is over, but his work isn't done yet. Following their early season contest, people want to know what he thinks the team can accomplish as the year goes on.
Set! 70 line! Let's go! Ready! Set! Let go! Come on! Set! Ready, ready? Ready, ready! Ready! Set! Ready! Here we go! Here we go! Here we go! Set! Go! Down! Hut! Set it! Hut, hut! Let's go now! Let's go! Set! Ready! Cougar 19! Ready, ready?
If you're a freeway fan, we're just east of the 405. One of the modern jewels of the NFL. Beautiful SoFi Stadium in Inglewood. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Seattle Seahawks and the Los Angeles Rams. On the visitor's sideline is Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald. This guy got the season started on the right foot, a home victory in the season opener. On the other side, the head coach of the Rams. Seahawks head coach Mike Macdonald there. His guys head back out for their next possession. So, Greg, this offense comes on the road here in week 2. Look, road games are so hard in the NFL, but it's nice to hit the road coming off a win at home.
Yeah, absolutely. And again, it's amazing how winning creates more winning. It kind of has an ability to kind of build on itself. It's a snowball effect. So when you're winning, you're feeling good, everything works. And all of a sudden, you start losing, and you start questioning everything about your approach. So the key in the NFL is win or lose, you're on to the next game. And it's the team's ability to start fresh every single week, regardless of the previous week's outcome. Those are the teams that find themselves in position of the playoffs down the stretch.
Second and 11 at the 29-yard line.
He'll look to throw. He'll get this to the veteran tight end, Noah Fant. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. It's a gain there of 26 yards.
What a luxury that certain teams, when they have a guy like this, I mean, not only is he the big target, but then to have that size and speed to run away from these linebackers and do so much of his damage after the catch.
And a good job following his blockers, a gain of 7. It'll be second down. With that, I want to give you a look at his numbers on the ground in last week's game.
At the Rams' 36-yard line.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's second down and 2. Now here's a keeper on the zone read. The defense not fighting. They stay at home. They tackle him for no gain.
The decision whether to keep the ball or to hand it to the back happens so fast. In this case, the quarterback thinks it was a keep read. The defense was there ready to stop him. Tackle for loss.
Got it with Smith and Jigba. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
This is a great example here of just not getting too complicated as an offensive coordinator. Who's one of your best players on the field, and how do you get the ball in his hands?
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. There's Fant open right side. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. They run with Walker. Now they are in business inside the 15-yard line. It's a gain of 10 yards. First down, Seattle.
And the Seahawks first down.
In the red zone now. He'll drop to throw. That's complete. It's JSN. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down.
It's a gain of 7. Brings up second and 3 at the 8-yard line.
He'll drop to throw. This one caught at the 4. This drive's going to continue. They bring him down, but not before he picks up first and goal for his team. Walker. And that play took a little long to develop. They stopped it for no gain at the 4.
What makes makes great linebackers stand out from the pack is their instincts and their vision. In this case, the linebacker has his keys, brings him right where the ball is going, and he's able to make a play at the point of attack and keep this to a no gain.
Moving to his right. For the pylon, he's in. Touchdown, Seahawks.
And that's a really important opening drive here, Mike. You think back a week ago, there was a lot of disappointment. It was a long week of practice, a lot of questions that had to be answered inside that building. So you want to come and show, hey, last week is over. We are a lot better than how we looked then, and you can't do it a lot better than that.
Seahawks offense going to take over now for the second time. All even here in this opening quarter. And the drive will begin with first down. Now, faking the give, moving to his left. He'll get rid of it. And complete it. And they will bring him down on the other side of midfield. On the handoff, this is Walker. And they'll take this down inside the 35. Give them 14 on that one. It's good for a Seahawks first down.
First down, Seahawks.
Back to throw. That's caught. It's Kenneth Walker. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on first down. So, from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 4.
At the Rams' 26-yard line.
They'll look to throw. On the run to the right. He keeps it himself. And he's going to be close to the first down. Just a yard short of the line to gain, so that'll bring up 3rd and short yardage.
Nothing open here downfield. I think it's a good job just getting to the edge, getting something positive, getting out of bounds.
3rd and a yard. Now they'll set up to throw. That's complete. It's Jackson Smith-Njigba.
To number 11, Jackson Smith-Njigba. A gain of a yard.
Seahawks offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. They have looked sharp early on, getting the lead in the football as they begin the closing seconds of this first quarter. On the ground, it's Walker to start the drive. Inside the 40. Down the sideline to the 20. And they won't catch him. He'll go all the way.
Touchdown,
75 yards. Touchdown, Seattle. Good-looking rushing touchdown there. Offensive line does its job. The Seahawks offense headed back to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. 1st and 10. Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. It's a gain of 16, and very quickly, a first down. Straight ahead, it's Walker. And not much there. Good defense, held to no gain.
Great test on the start.
It is 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 36-yard line.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. Going up top. And he's taken down inside the opponent's 35. A big play for Seattle. 33 yards.
First down, Seattle.
Both pre-snap and post-snap. This is about as well done as you can do at the quarterback position. Get in and out of the right call, identifying the holes along the back end, and then the throw. You can't put it in a better spot. I mean, that's just a big-time play.
Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
At the 32-yard line.
Get this complete to Horton. And nice work after the catch. He stopped a little short of the first down marker, but it is a pickup of 9.
A gain of 10 yards.
Well, it goes without saying. You want to play wide receiver in the NFL, Mike. How well can you change directions? How fast can you get your body from one direction to another? And when you can cut like this guy, I'm not sure how you guard him.
We'll try and run it with Walker. And he'll have it. He'll have it at the 16-yard line. First down picked up as the running game comes through.
And the Seahawks first down.
Blitz coming. He'll throw it. They'll try to set up the screen here with Walker. And the Seahawks going to be set up with 1st and goal. Pass play moves them down to the 1.
This has been a really good drive so far, but what I really like, Mike, is they're down here in the red zone, and they continue to attack. Now, not quite a touchdown, but with 1st and goal, this defense certainly has their back against the ropes.
And he's not going to get in. In fact, he'll lose yardage. They push him backwards.
This is a play, Mike, that makes me want to run down there, throw on a uniform, and try to help out. I mean, I think at this point, I could help clear enough room to get 1 yard. Heck, I might be able to get 1 yard myself. That's disappointing that they're unable to capitalize.
Exiting the pocket right.
Just getting anything out of that one, I think, is a positive. It looked like he might have to throw it away early. Instead, he pulls it down. He winds up picking up a yard.
Line of scrimmage, the 2-yard line. It's 3rd down and goal. They'll throw out of the gun. It is brought in the end zone. Jackson, Smith, and Jigba. Touchdown, Seattle. His 4th TD grab of the season. Greg, it's one of those, sometimes you got to feel like you know where the ball's going to go, and the defense knows it too, but it still ends up in that guy's hands for the touchdown.
Absolutely, Mike. In these critical situations, like down here in the red zone, it's players, not plays. It doesn't matter what you draw up on the board. You say, okay, who's my best player?
Out comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. Their lead is 10. They go back to work, trying to add to it. It begins with 1st down. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Now he'll run. And he'll get about 6 out of that one before being forced out of bounds. So, from 37, here's 2nd and 3. A shotgun snap. He'll look to throw. And he'll be taken down after a gain of 3, but that is good enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of 3.
This play is actually really well defended here. But I'll tell you, Mike, as you know, my philosophy is the tight end is always open, and this just supports my case.
They'll come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Quick throw, taken in, and they'll get about half of what they needed. It's a pickup of 5 and sets up 2nd and 5.
This is one of those throws where you're hoping you do most of the damage after the catch, but give credit to the defense. Once that ball was caught, they were on him quickly, and there was nowhere for him to go after the catch.
The run up the middle, it's Walker. We'll get this to about midfield. Cameron pitches there to bring him down.
And he's been on an absolute tear throughout this entire game, Mike. I mean, he's averaging over 10 yards per carry, and anytime you can run the ball with that explosiveness, it's just going to be hard to beat.
He'll try and throw for it on 3rd and 1. Open man, right side. He's got it. And he's going to have the first down taken down after a short pickup of 5, but it will keep the drive going.
And another great throw right there, Mike. And when you take a look at the numbers, they certainly don't lie. He has just been flat out terrific in this first half. His ability to spread the ball around, take what the defense has given him, they've certainly had a lot of success here early on.
First and 10. Moving left. He's able to keep his eyes downfield for the completion. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. On 1st and 10, they'll set up to throw. He'll get it inside the 20. He is out of bounds. They have worked it inside the 15. A pickup of 14 as he takes it to the 14.
I always think you can tell pretty quickly how comfortable a quarterback is in their offense, Mike, by how fast they work through their progression and get the ball to their check down underneath. And in this case, with the depth of the defense, a lot of space in the short game, get him the ball, pick up the first down. A rare miss for a quarterback that we've seen really come out on fire throughout this entire contest. I mean, his completion percentage, Mike, is well above league average, and frankly, it's really the biggest reason why they find themselves out in front.
Back to the air again on 2nd and 10. That one incomplete. Good job. Textbook there. Separated the man from the ball, and it'll bring up 3rd down.
It's 3rd down and 10 yards to go.
60 Bison, 60 Bison.
He'll look to throw. Smith in Jigba there for the catch. And he's going to have the first down. Just as the marker, it is 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
They'll look to throw again. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Kenneth Walker. Touchdown, Seahawks. That's his 2nd touchdown of the game. He's doubled his season output. He now has 4.
So when you find yourself this tight to the goal line, Mike, the offense becomes a lot more restricted in as far as how deep you can throw the ball. The field is wider than it is long, and I think the idea here is let's spread them out. Let's put all of our eligibles out there and let the quarterback get a really good picture. Where are the holes in the coverage? Where are the one-on-one matchups that I like?
The Seahawks offense ready for their first possession of this second half. They'll have a long field ahead of them as they start 1st and 10.
On the jump. Go. Half the 60, half the 60.
Right away, they'll set up to throw. Moving outside the pocket. That one swung out wide to Walker. After the catch, he gets that forward for a gain of 9.
Another great throw, and that's been the story as you check out these numbers. I mean, he has done everything this team has asked of him and more.
2nd and a yard. Off play action. He'll set up to throw. Pass caught left side by fans. And that's a first down. It will be a gain of 8.
Really nice job here by the quarterback, understanding what did he need to pick up a fresh set of downs. In this case, that underneath drag route was all it took. Get the ball into the hands of your receiver, pick up a first down.
Let's go now.
On 1st and 10, here comes Walker. Ooh, some hitting going on now. He was rocked right at the line of scrimmage.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 24-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. Smith and Jigba left side, he's got it. And they'll hold him to a gain of just a couple and sets up 3rd down.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
He'll drop to throw. And he'll just have to throw this one away. There was nowhere to go downfield. And now it's going to bring up a 4th down. Seahawks offense ready to take over once again. And it would appear they are on their way to a 2-0 start as they begin things here with 1st and 10 in this 4th quarter. Now, faking the give, flush to his right, he'll get rid of it and complete it. And he'll try to use that size and push forward, but it will not work. They're going to get him down behind the line.
Well, I can promise you one thing. That's certainly not how that play was drawn up. I thought he did a nice job initially buying about as much time as he could, but realized there was nothing downfield developing, and he had to throw it short and didn't get anything positive.
He'll get this complete. The Rams have it.
Something these running back coaches preach all the time, Mike, is you can't sacrifice the ball for additional yardage, and I think we had a case of that going here. I love the effort. I love the fight, but it can't come at the expense of the ball. Everything in football is about protecting the ball itself, and in this case, just a little bit too loose with it. They're able to pop it loose, and that's a big turnover.
The Rams offense taking the field for the first time and taking the snaps. Quarterback now in his 3rd year in the league.
Nothing real fancy when you look back on last week's game, Mike. I mean, he had the 2 touchdown passes, of course, the 1 interception he'd love to have back. But for the most part, I thought he was really efficient. I thought he did a nice job operating the system. And there's actually some more plays that he left out there. So I think he...
Well, Seahawks offense ready to take over once more. They built a nice lead for themselves here. They'll try to add to that, beginning with 1st down. They'll begin with a zone read. And he's out of bounds up beyond the 40-yard line. That one good for a dozen. A very quick 1st down. On the ground, it's Walker. And he'll get about 5.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
Ball on the 47-yard line. Here's 2nd and 5. Fakes the handoff and keeps it to himself. Whoa. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line. And play halted for a moment. We have an injured Seahawk player. And as the medical staff looks him over, we'll step aside. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Here's a handoff to Walker. He's fighting to get back to the line of scrimmage, but can't get there. Drops for the loss of a yard. Lost one on the last play, so now it's 2nd and 11. Now this time they'll look to throw. A throw on the move is caught. And they're going to get this all the way down inside the 5. They've got it. It'll be 1st and goal after a pickup of 21.
Big-time completion right there, and this isn't just a spot where they're trying to run the game out here in the 4th quarter. They were not only trying to pick up points, but they're trying to get in the end zone and extend this lead. So, really nice job here late.
And he's into the end zone yet again. Kenneth Walker, touchdown Seahawks. A 3-touchdown game for him. That's now 5 on the year. And another score in another good performance after winning the opener on their way to 2-0.
Mike, you can't be 2-0 without being 1-0, and for them to be able to continue to string early wins together in the first part of the year, this is the start that every team dreams about. This is what you...
Seahawks offense ready to get back at it. They start with the lead and the football. They do so with tremendous field position. It's 1st and 10. Back to throw here to begin the drive. There's that man again. Another catch. And he's brought down after a gain of 6 on 1st down. They'll come up now for 2nd down and 4.
At the 17-yard line.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They got him. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. As the athletic training staff looks at him, we'll step away for a moment. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Throwing now from the gun. And he'll take it on in. Noah Fant. Touchdown, Seattle. It's his 2nd touchdown of the year. And that touchdown probably, Greg, ends any small hopes of a comeback on the other side.
Yeah, and I think those chances, Mike, were small to begin with, but with that last score, I think this one is pretty much over.
Comes the Seattle offense as they get ready for their next possession. They'll have a short field in front of them as they try to extend this lead out further. play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. Once again, it's Walker. And he's going to be swallowed up again. Back-to-back runs, back-to-back losses. Now it's third down.
Let's go now. Liking 18.
They'll look to throw. He'll go right and find his running back. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. We have an injured player for the Rams on the field. Here's first and 10.
Come on, set.
They'll get creative here on the jet sweep. He is counted in the backfield. What a shot he took. It's going to be a loss of yardage. What a play.
Brings up second and 12 at the Rams.
Now they'll set up to throw. Who else? Another catch for his favorite targets. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
Another really nice throw right there. And as you can see the numbers he's been able to put up here, I'm a little surprised, if I'm being honest, Mike, with just how easy it seems to have been. It just seems like he's made every right decision every time that he's decided to throw the ball.
70 Lions. Go.
They'll throw here on third and short. He gets fighting for the goal line. He lost the football. It's out.
You can see the relief on his face. He gets up and he goes, I got away with one there. I was a little loose with the ball, and fortunately for the ball carrier, he was close enough to the sideline that he gets a friendly bounce. Not always going to be that lucky. You have to protect the ball at all costs, and it's a little easier to learn that lesson when you get back in the huddle, and fortunately for you, it's still your ball.
Back up to the 3. It's second and goal.
Rocco 80. Check go.
Now this looks like a design run, and he's going to lose yardage here, taken down back at the 8.
It makes sense on second and goal, Mike, to keep this ball on the ground. You always have third down again to finally punch it in. But now after the defense forces you backwards, I think you have to consider putting this one in the air here on third and goal.
And this ball incomplete on third down. Elijah Arroyo was the intended target. And now they're faced with a 4th and goal.
You know, kind of interesting. You don't see a lot of teams play dime personnel down here in the real low red zone, Mike, but great job by the defensive coordinator anticipating.
Seahawks offense ready to get back to work. And this place starting to empty out now. A few visiting fans will be here and enjoy the celebratory moments. Their guys have come in here and put together a complete performance, a well-earned road victory.
Let's go.
They show jet sweep and instead run it up the middle. And they smack him down there. Big hit right at the line. No gain.
Second and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Another run with Martinez. And he will be taken down. We'll see if they want to use those timeouts, but this one is about done. So it's a win here for the Seahawks. They get the victory here away from home to run their early season record to 2-0.